Hey, Coach Devin here. The Dad Bod. Oh my God, the Dad Bod. The dad. I remember when Dad Bod came out like 4 years ago as like a thing. It was the Dad Bod. I hated it then, and I hate it now. Man. All right, so my rant on the Dad Bod is as such. Look, and for those of you who are going to say, how dare you body shame? I'm not body shaming anybody. That's not the point of this thing. So before you get all upset about it, that's not the way this is working. Look, my problem with the Dad Bod is as such, and my problem with anybody who is physically unfit and unhealthy is the most important part of that stuff drives me crazy. Look, fitness comes in all sizes and shapes. It just does. NFL linemen, offensive tackles are sometimes 6'8" and 350 pounds. Some of the best athletes you have seen doing what they do. They are spectacular athletes. Basketball players, some of those guys are 6'5" or 6'6" and 190 pounds. Are they a better athlete or a worse athlete than an NFL offensive tackle? I don't know. At what they do, sure. Basketball, they're better. Playing football, no, not at all. So, gymnasts are tiny people sometimes. Some of the best athletes in the world. Runners, some of the best athletes in the world. Sprinters, different bodies than distance runners. So I 100% believe that you can be fit in any number of ways and healthy in any number of ways. And that's the key here. Healthy. What drives me nuts about the Dad Bod? The Dad Bod is saying, isn't it great? People are, and I'm not saying somebody who has a Dad Bod and is annoyed about it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is someone who is making the Dad Bod a great thing, and they're, this is so great, I have the Dad Bod. All right, good. You're unhealthy. The bottom line is you are unhealthy. You are shortening your life. You know what? You have a Dad Bod. I would assume at that point that means you have children. If you have children and you're shortening your life, what are you doing for that? You're also going to be more sick because of the fact that you haven't taken care of yourselves. So is that fair to your spouse or to your wife or to your husband or to, in the case of a same-sex marriage? Or is it fair to your kids that you're going to be unhealthy because you're rocking the Dad Bod? It's not. Having a Dad Bod because you're unfit and unhealthy is not a cool thing. I don't know where it became politically correct to cheer for unhealthiness. And I don't body shame people because you know what? Like I said, fitness comes in all shapes and sizes. Me at 230 pounds and 5'10", I am fit in a very different level than some of my staff, than some of my clients. Doesn't mean I'm more fit, it just means I'm in a different kind of fitness. And that's okay, because my goals are not their goals. But if we're all healthy, that's the important part of this thing. It's not about who is better and who is worse. It's about being healthy and being fit. That's the important thing. People with a Dad Bod who are proud of having the Dad Bod because they're not doing anything and they are physically unfit and unhealthy. Listen, you are a drag on the healthcare system. You are a drag on your family. You're a drag at work. You get sick more and you die sooner. Why is that something we should all cheer about? That's what I don't understand about this whole Dad Bod crate. Why are we cheering for someone and making this some sort of thing that's cool? In some way, because we can't say anything negative about someone with a Dad Bod. You're unhealthy, dude. It's okay. Lots of people are unhealthy, and that's okay to be unhealthy, provided you have a plan to do something about it. But don't make it something cool, because it's not something cool. Being unhealthy is not cool. It's not fun. It's not awesome. You don't get out of bed feeling good. You drag down the healthcare. You cost healthcare dollars. Because you're going to be in the hospital more, you're going to be accessing healthcare more often. So you drag everybody else down on that, and you drag your family down because you're not taking care of yourself. Now, if you're somebody who says, I have a Dad Bod and I exercise religiously and I eat well. Okay, great. You know what? That means you have a Dad Bod, but you aren't unhealthy. Huge difference between being unhealthy and being healthy. Enormous. How I look physically as a person doesn't mean that I'm necessarily healthy. I can look like $1 million and be say, oh my God, he definitely doesn't have a Dad Bod. And I could be super torn up inside because I have I don't know, for example, if I'd taken, a lot of drugs or something, which I don't, for those of anyone who's going to think I do, I don't take a bunch of drugs, but for, I could be that, right? I could look good on the outside and be very unhealthy on the inside. So I'm not saying the way you look is what's important. What I'm saying is being healthy is important. And like I said, fitness and healthy comes in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes super skinny, sometimes bigger, sometimes like NFL linemen, very big. As long as you're healthy, that's what I like. I just hate putting the dad bod up on this pedestal somewhere where it's a cool thing to cheer about. Look at me, I've got a dad bod. It's not cool. It's not cool to be unhealthy. You might, and claiming that it's cool to be unhealthy is really just a coping mechanism for people who aren't happy with where they are. And I mean, I know it and I respect it. Nobody wants to say, look at me, I got a dad bod, I'm super cool. You're not actually saying that. What you're saying is, I'm super uncomfortable with myself. I don't like where I am, but rather than do something about it, I will make it into something that's cool. And therefore, I'm okay. Here's the problem. You're not going to live as long. You're going to be unhealthy. You're going to be a drag on your family and society in general. Go do something. Eat better. Clean up your body. I don't care if you have a dad bod, just don't have an unhealthy dad bod. And don't cheer about the fact that you're unhealthy. Being unhealthy is not cool. There's nothing cool about it. Period. End of discussion. I mean, and if you want to get into a debate with me about that one, I just would love to see how somebody could twist that around into anything else. Bottom line, period. Dad bod, not a cool thing. Being unhealthy, not a cool thing. Fitness comes in all sizes and all shapes, all over. I've done this for 26 years, so I know. And it's cool that it comes in different sizes and shapes. That's what's fun about what I do for a living. But it really isn't cool to be unfit. Stop trying to make it fit and cool. It's not a thing. And it's never going to be one. And I will always hate that. Because this is what I do for a living. I want people to be healthy and fit so they live longer and feel better about themselves and don't drag down the healthcare system and live longer for their family and are more healthy for their family. That's the stuff I do for a living. That's why I do my job, because that's what's important to me and that's where my passion is helping people get more fit. Don't make yourself less fit and then cheer about it or expect the rest of us to cheer about it, because it's absolutely ridiculous, quite frankly. All right. That's the end of my rant. Usually I don't have too many rants like that. That's really not really my thing. I like to be a little bit more upbeat. But man, I read an article today on dad bod and I was, whoo, okay, all right. I have put together a great PDF. It's called Devin's Guide to Amazing Abs. The link is in the description down below. By the way, that is not about, hey, you're only cool if you have abs. It also is about having a strong core, which will support your back, keep you from having back problems, and allow you to do more things in your life. So don't beat yourself up and say, or rip at me saying, oh, you only care about having abs. It's not about having abs. Having a great core is not always just about the abs. It's about having a strong lower back as well and feeling good every day. Have yourself an amazing day. Don't fight the awesome.